Rafael, and the topic I want to speak about today is the negative effects of sports gambling and just gambling in general. And ever since me and my friends turned 18, it feels like that's all anyone can talk about. Placing bets, going to the casino, how much money they lost, how they're not going to eat for the next week. And the crazy part is most of us were betting before we were old enough to bet, using friends' accounts, using different social security numbers and all that different stuff. But sports betting is everywhere now, and you can see the odds on ESPN, you can see ads on TikTok, on Instagram, and gambling apps are everywhere, just in total, like RainBet, DraftKings, ESPN, and it's on your phone, super easy to start, but people don't realize how quickly it can really get out of control. And after reading from Psychology Today, Forbes, and the National Council on Problem Gambling, I found that sports betting can lead to addiction, money problems, and it even can affect your mental health. And I'll talk about how it's super easy to access and how it can cause all those things. Because anyone can download a betting app in a minute. You don't even have to verify your age for most of the apps. And you don't have to verify most of your ages for those apps, and it can cause the same high as drugs in your brain. You just get hooked on the thrill. And once you start losing, it's super hard to stop. You end up chasing your losses and never recovering. Forbes 2024 says the average problem gambler loses $20,000 every year and often hides it from families. Gambling addictions can cause stress, anxiety, and fights with family and friends. It can also cause how people see and view sports. Most of my friends do not care who wins, not even about their favorite team. They just care if their bets hit. Me too, to be honest. But the NBA has caused, or the betting and all these odds have caused a bunch of scandals recently. We saw 2 NBA players get arrested recently. Jonathan Porter, he got arrested for throwing games on purpose. And just couple days ago, Terry Rozier, an NBA player, was arrested by the FBI for throwing games and sports betting on those games, even though he makes $26 million a year. That's just crazy. You don't have enough? But it's not really about the money. It's about the thrill, and it's about never being able to stop. A year ago, I was 17, and that's when I got introduced into sports betting. And I was making good money after start, anywhere from 100, 200, even up to 700 a day. But I couldn't stop. It was an addiction. I never could get more. It's never enough. I ended up losing every single dollar I ever made. And it was just embarrassing. Hiding it from my family, hiding it from my friends. It's really bad. I was spending hours a day looking at bets, looking at props, going through Discords, TikToks. I started my own Discord. It was a fun time, to be honest, but it never fulfills you. But sports gambling is super easy to access, addictive, and can mess up with people's finances and mental health and love for the game. For something that looks harmless, sports gambling can quickly turn into a serious problem, especially for teens and young adults. So next time you think about placing a quick bet, remember what starts as a quick game can turn to something you can't control.